merciful. Celebrate the mercy of Yah. We come to celebrate. Celebrate the mercy of Yah. Celebrate the mercy of Yah. We come to celebrate the mercy. Celebrate the mercy of Yah. Celebrate the mercy. Y'all better get that right. We come to celebrate. Celebrate the mercy of Yah. Celebrate. All right. With everything in you, I want you to say His mercy is here. Say mercy is here. In this place. In this place. His mercy is here. In this place. In this place. His mercy is here. His mercy is here. In this place. His mercy is here. In this place. His mercy is here. His mercy is here. In this place. His mercy is here. 4, and they said, let us go to let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the mighty King Yahweh came down to the sea, came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. Right? The children of men builded. It's letting you know that these are humans. Why did it point out that specific? Because what they had built was so powerful that it got God's attention. All right, listen to me. What they had built was so powerful that it got the Most High's attention. So you can't get the Most High's attention if you're just a human, right? That's not so. Let your unified effort move. That'll get God's attention, and He'll come down to see what you are doing. Are you listening to me? It said that the king, he came down to see what they were up to. Why? Because he saw a tower being built, right? But what he did not see was his name anywhere. Now we got to get a little deeper. Be aware of unity misused. Think of it like a gun. If you are a father and you have a family and you have children, you will use a gun to protect. But if you are a criminal, you will use a gun what? To hurt. Folks say get rid of the gun. No, you don't get rid of the gun. You just watch what hands the gun gets into. Why? Because you can understand that the gun can be used for righteousness. But you also understand that the gun in the wrong hands can be used to produce a wicked work. Are you listening to me? That is the same as unity, but unity is more powerful than a gun. If you allow unity to be misused, if someone decides to come against you and they get a group to come against you and they're all unified in their effort, that is unity misused. Why am I saying this? Because they had unity. But this is what man decided to do. And this is a very good beginning lesson. Man decided that they wanted to build a city and a tower and for their own name, that their name would be great. So it was what? Self-worship, self-adoration. It was selfishness. It was the spirit of Satan. Listen to me. It was satanic, the intent. You would think that, well, they wouldn't be able to make any moves. No. There are certain universal rules that if humans abide by, they can use these rules, whether they're using it for righteousness' sake or whether they're using it to do wicked things. One is formulate a unified plan and produce unified actions. And the worst thing that humans can do is unify to build something unto themselves and produce self-worship. They wanted a city, a great city, and a great tower unto themselves without the master, the creator, getting any glory, praise, worship, or adoration. Listen to me. That is a no-no. It is very important that we understand we are created. Somebody say created. We're created beings. We're created by the Master. I said to you earlier, you're created for a purpose. You're created with intent. You were created to do things to fulfill His will, not your own. Y'all just missed what I gave you right there. I said you were created to fulfill the will of the one that created you, not your own. This is where they messed up. But before we get to where they messed up, let's look a little bit more at what they accomplished. This is very important. I say this to you Christians that may be watching. I say this to you rich folk that may be watching. I say this to you Israelites who are misled that may be watching. I say this to all of those Islam, everyone that may be watching. This is what I say to you. Be careful how you use your unity. Because you could be unified and produce a great work, but it's completely against God. The reason this is a very important warning is because humans have the tendency to give God credit for all success. Y'all just missed what I mean. Humans have the tendency to give God credit for all of these success. Snoop Dogg said, bitches ain't shit but holes and tricks. Isn't that what he said? Mm-hmm. He wins an award, and what he says, I'd like to thank God. If it wasn't that for him, it would not be possible. Because he was successful. Mm-hmm. So they give God credit for success when Yahweh is not the only producer of success in this earth. If you're unified, Snoop had unity. He had the entire Death Row staff. He had the greatest hip-hop producer, arguably, behind him. He had an awesome marketing team. He had an awesome promotion team. He had millions of dollars behind him. He had a unified effort. So guess what? If you're human and you unify and you speak one language and you speak one speech, then you can produce success. And it can have nothing to do with God. Stop giving God props and respect and credit for your wickedness. Because you got a little money. Because you have a little fame. Foolish men think that gain is godliness. Are you listening to me? Don't get up there and thank my God for your success when you speaking completely against his commandments. Are you listening to me? Mm-hmm. They were building a city and they built a tower to their own self. And this is how you know it's such an insult to God, because what they decided to do, they wanted to let the tip of the thing reach the heavens. Well, all they were saying is they wanted to reach the sky. They wanted to be magnificent. That's what they were saying. People misunderstand the text thing. They talking about they built it all the way to the third heaven. Folk in their imagination is crazy to me. The heavens is the sky as well. You understand? The plane flies through the heavens. Okay, you're not talking about where the angels are at. Okay, talking about high, the sky. They wanted to build something high, which was significant because they hadn't had buildings like that before, obviously. So they did something great. But the reason they mentioned the heavens because they wanted to be gods themselves. We're created in the image of the Most High. We're created in his likeness, and we have attributes of him. Even Yahshua said that since we are created by God, that we are gods. But notice it used the little g. The little g versus the big G makes a very big difference. There is only one Almighty. But there are many little hymns. We're little hymns. We come from him. I can give you that. But when you decide to do things and not include the Almighty, you're capable. Watch this. Listen to me. You're capable of building a city without Yah. Y'all don't understand. You're capable of building wealth without Yah. So listen, Christians, Israel, Muslims, stop saying they are blessed because what they have. When the scripture said these folk were building something without God, what is the proof? Because the scripture says he came down to see what they were doing. Now you got to understand the Father sees everything. But he wanted to come and manifest his presence. That's what it meant by that. He manifested his presence. He made his presence known. Let's look at this text. I'm almost finished. Believe it or not. Are y'all with me? Everybody with me? Yeah. Everybody together? Look at this. Verse 5. And Yah came down to see the city and the tower. That means, notice this. No, real quick. I'm sorry. Go to verse 3. And they said one to another, go to let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone and slime and had they for mortar. And they said, go to let us build us a city and a tower. Notice this. Man has the ability to see a vision. In verse 3 and 4, they hadn't built it. They just saw it and they came into agreement. And then they begin to work. If you want to know how to produce success, I'm giving you nuggets. I'm not even getting religious. I'm not even speaking from a spiritual standpoint. If you want to know how to produce success, I'm giving you the nuggets. Get with people that are on the same path as you. Unify with them truly. Stop being disloyal. Stop being untrustworthy. Stop being a backstabber. Stop being wicked. Stop speaking against your brother behind his back, in front of his face. Unify with somebody, Israel. You don't even need God to do that. Y'all just miss why. Oh, the Christians will pick up stone, but I'll throw a mountain right back. I go from the Bible, not emotion, and feel it. The scripture said God didn't have nothing to do with their success. But it said that they saw what they wanted to do. They talked to one another, decided to do it. Then we get down to verse 5. We read, well, God came down and he said to what? To see what had already been done. So that means they accomplished their goal. And what did they do? They unified with people. And listen. Since God didn't have nothing to do with it, he didn't have nothing to do with any of the people. What am I giving you? You don't have to have Yah in your life to gain success. You just need people. What do you need Yah for? Salvation. You can't get salvation without him, but you can get you a Lexus. You can get you a building. You can